Hello and welcome to today's video. It's been a fairly chilly week. We've been expecting some snow, and today we got about 2 inches and we're expected to get some more. Our dogs just love the snow, so we like to let them out and just run wild. So what you'll be seeing today in this video is mostly schoolwork for 3 of my classes, which are typography, graphic design production, and Illustrator. So first I'll be working for my typography class. I have a few challenges I have to do in this book that we have. So my first challenge is creating a monogram for my name or my business. So what I'm going to do is to create a monogram for emoji. A monogram is a motif of 2 or more letters, typically a person's initials. So my monogram is with an M and a J, signifying the letters of Moiji, because Moiji is a combination between my last name and my first name. Excuse me, my middle name. So while I was creating these, I was trying to think of different ways to combine M and J's together. I kind of liked the curvature of each letter with the J and the M. So I was trying to combine those together and make different shapes. I was trying to use white space around the letters as well. And once I decided on one that I liked, then I moved to the next page where I had to play around with the white space more and to see which one I liked still. The larger one is what I decided to go with for my monogram. I think it looks kind of neat because it kind of looks like an O still between the M and a J, or like a U maybe. I am kind of unsure. And also I like that the J kind of makes it still look like an I. So it kind of looks like Moiji to me. And I finished coloring it off with some regular Sharpie. The paper in this book is really thick, and it has kind of a nice tooth to it as well. Next challenge I had to do was for also my typography class, and basically it's testing the kerning between each letter and where it sits on the baseline. Kerning just means the spacing in between each letter. The baseline is where typically where each letter will sit on. Sometimes they can be high above or way below. So in this challenge we had a page where we had to cut it up, and it had a bunch of different italics of each font and boldness of each one. Our professor spoke about how we should probably talk the sentence out. So you can say, "I'm talking to you," or whatever, and you kind of have to emphasize what words you're saying. So I have different ones here. talking to you. I'm 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 talking to you. So next is for my intro to production design, which basically is like graphic design production, and like the how you print things, and like with spot colors and a bunch of other things that we're gonna learn. Our first project is to make a logo for ourselves. Now, I already have a logo for Moiji, but I've been contemplating on creating a new one. So I wanted to have this project for Moiji as well. Now, Moiji is my children's illustration business, and basically I like to have my dogs and my cat and myself within the logo. So that's what I have in the original one. I want my design to be whimsical, so the colors I chosen were purple, yellow, and kind of like a pastel blue. All these colors, I kind of want them to be pastel as well. And I think that these colors kind of portray young and youthful, playful, which would kind of be in line with what my business is, children's illustrations. These are the colors I've chosen before, and I kind of like my color scheme, so I kind of want to stay within that realm, but I want to change the actual design of my logo. So I have a few inspiration logos that I liked. Most of them had to do with, pets or like a playful kind of font. I kind of like the idea of having kind of like a dog pile effect of my pets. They all love to cuddle each other and play all the time, so it just kind of makes sense to like pile them on top of each other. And then I wanted to play along with the letters of my name, kind of like how I was doing before with an M and a J. And I played around with like the ears in the M and the J being a cattail. But yeah, I really enjoy the ones I created. I'm not quite finishing this project right now. It's just the start of it. I have to talk to my professor and see what he thinks, and then I can move forward to what we decided to go with. And finally, for my Illustrator class, which is Adobe Illustrator if you were curious, we had to create our first design. Now, Illustrator is all vector-based, which means that you can make this design as big as you want or as tiny as you want, and it still won't have like any pixelization. So Illustrator, people usually use it for logos, so you can like blow them up super big or make them tiny for packaging. I've used Illustrator in the past, so I kind of have some knowledge on Illustrators. So for this class, I'm kind of excited to learn some new things so I can become more comfortable with Illustrator. I think out of all of the Adobe suite, I'm most comfortable with Photoshop. I know it like the back of my hand. Illustrator, I feel like I'm starting to get more comfortable with it, but I'm not like what I am with Photoshop with Illustrator. So with this design, we had to create a robot in Illustrator, and when I think robot, of course, I think WALL-E the movie, and I love, like plants and the earth And I love that WALL-E is about protecting, the environment, and how these robots are trying to they're made to help the earth. So I wanted to create something that was post the movie. So this creation is, he's basically like a little plant, like a potter, and he just detects when the plant needs help, when it needs watered. And I had to add a cute little elephant watering can, because I just think WALL-E is an adorable movie, and I just wanted to pay homage to WALL-E. I did learn some new things within Illustrator that I enjoyed while I was making this WALL-E inspired robot. I learned more about shading with Illustrator, which I've always had issues with in the past when I was creating illustrations. But I feel like I'm getting slightly more comfortable with lines and shapes, because Illustrator uses more shaping than Photoshop does. Photoshop is more like doodles. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. But yeah, I'm very excited how this piece turned out. It's definitely not like in my style, I would say, which I kind of hope I will get more comfortable with Illustrator and I can, you know, use it to my advantage with my style. But I do think this is like in the right direction for my style. So yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't able to do more silhouette type of videos today. I found out that I don't have the right tip for my silhouette, so I did order that, and I'm hoping that next week I'll be able to make a video about my silhouette journey for you guys, and stay tuned for more homework stuff. And thank you so much for watching.